Hey, Dolphins fans! What's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got some hot news that you'll definitely want to hear. But before we dive in, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for all things Miami Dolphins. Every bit of support from you guys helps our team grow, and we're here to bring you the inside scoop, passion, and optimism. We know this team is constantly evolving, working hard to bring the best results for us fans, so let's jump right into it. So, let's talk about Odell Beckham Jr. If you've been following our channel, you know we've been waiting for Beckham to find his stride with Miami. October is nearly over, and yet, our star receiver hasn't recorded a single catch for the Dolphins. That's right, despite being active for 3 games, Beckham's contribution has been minimal. He's only seen 3 targets, and not one has connected. In our recent game against the Cardinals, he played only 11 snaps in the Dolphins' heartbreaking 2,827 loss. Now, Coach McDaniel seems optimistic about Beckham's progress, which might sound a bit contradictory to the box score. In his words, he saw some positives in Beckham's limited time on the field, even if it doesn't show up in the stats. McDaniel mentioned that Odell's routes looked better than ever, and that could mean more plays involving him soon. For us fans, though, it's a bit frustrating. Beckham signed a 1-year deal for $3 million. With plenty of incentives, he hasn't even come close to hitting yet. Now, let's get real here. Beckham's lack of targets and time on the field has stirred up plenty of social media banter, and Beckham himself dropped a hint online. He's hinted that he's been getting open but isn't being fed the ball. And while Coach McDaniel says Beckham's performance is improving, it's not quite translating into receptions or yards yet. McDaniel wants to keep Beckham involved, and he believes Odell has a lot to contribute as we push through the season. In our last game, Tua spread the ball to 8 different receivers, with our stars like Tyreek Hill, Devon Achane, Jalen Waddle, and Jonnu Smith all getting at least 6 targets. And while it's fantastic to have such a deep roster of talent, we can't help but feel Beckham is missing out on his share. Remember, Beckham has $5.25 million in potential incentives on the line, and he'll need at least 36 receptions or around 566 receiving yards to start collecting. So, it's not just us fans who are eager to see him in action. He's got some major financial motivation, too. So here's the big question. Is Odell Beckham's patience going to pay off, or will he continue to feel sidelined as a mere spectator in Miami's offensive scheme? But let's not forget our current record. Standing at 25 after that narrow loss to Arizona, the Dolphins desperately need a morale boost, and Beckham might be the spark to light that fire. Coming up, we're heading to Buffalo to face the Bills, who are currently leading the AFC East with a 62 record. They're stacked, bringing in Pro Bowler Amari Cooper to their already fierce offense. This is a must-win for Miami to keep playoff dreams alive, but pulling off an upset will require every ounce of grit, strategy, and luck. After this huge hurdle in Buffalo, things might actually look up for us. From weeks 1012, we'll have a relatively softer schedule. We'll face the Rams, Raiders, and Patriots, with 2 out of those 3 games on home turf. Let's break it down. 1. Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are currently 34 and struggling in a surprisingly weak NFC West. Injuries have plagued their key receivers Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. While they're both back in action now, the Rams' defense is their weak spot, and we've got Tua, Tyreek, and Waddle ready to exploit that. This is a winnable game for us, and Beckham could be this factor we need to secure that victory. 2. Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders, standing at 26, are another team in rebuild mode. With the trade of star receiver Davante Adams, they're left with limited offensive weapons, so their tight end Brock Bowers is pretty much the sole playmaker left. If we can lock down the field and focus on Max Crosby, Vegas' defensive powerhouse, this could be another big win for us. 3. New England Patriots. Rounding out this trio is our classic AFC East rival, the Patriots, who are 26 and rebuilding under head coach Jerod Mayo. The Pats have shown some promise with rookie QB Drake May, but they still lack depth. They're also struggling on both offense and defense, ranking near the bottom of the league in several areas. Now, don't get me wrong, the Pats will put up a fight, but on paper, Miami has the edge. If we can come out of this stretch with 3 wins, we could be back in the playoff conversation. Our offense has been phenomenal this season, but for it to really thrive, Odell Beckham's presence needs to be more than just a talking point. Imagine the boost he could give to the Dolphins. His playmaking ability paired with Tua's accuracy and Tyreek and Waddle's speed could be deadly. So, is Coach McDaniel truly committed to giving Beckham a fair shot at being a core part of this offense, or will he remain an afterthought? We know Beckham's got the talent. We saw his prime with the Giants, and even flashes of brilliance with the Rams. So, what's holding him back? Could it be the playbook, the rapport with Tua, or is it simply bad luck? Either way, for a guy who once made the most talked-about catch in NFL history, being sidelined has got to sting. In conclusion, Dolphins Nation, what do you guys think? Do you believe in Beckham's potential to turn things around and become a key player this season? Or do you think the writing's on the wall and it might just be time to move on? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to know what you think. And remember, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on everything Miami Dolphins. Thanks for watching, and fins up!